Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. Shattered A to B.
Shattered Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Shatteredcast Uncut, episode 242, I believe. Yes, that is correct. And with me is the usual cast of suspects -1, Deluxe Baldwin. So yeah, without further ado, Bobby, how are you this week?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Yeah, hanging in, living the dream. You know how they say.
Good.
Robert, who you trolling today?
Hi. No, Lenny a little bit. I was trolling Lenny yesterday a lot because he was moving his glass cabinets, and everybody's like, likes and shares and prayers and flares. And I was sending him GIFs of just glass shattering. That's over and over and over. I wanted people to be like, who's this asshole? I think Lenny's mad at me.
Really?
I think I hurt his feelings. I can't imagine that's the case. I hope he's mad. I want to know what gets him mad. I'll feel like the lucky one, like I did it. There's always something, Bobby.
I know.
All right. And then next we have Greg. How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm well. Like I said. And that's it. That's everyone. So we'll go around same order. Bobby, what'd you get or get to take a look at or whatever your crazy system is?
I actually, I got the Marvel Legends Sauron Wave from Crashbox, as well as the Doc Ock, and I think that's it. Did you notice any funny things with the octopus tentacles that Greg mentioned he had issues with? What was the issues you had, Greg?
Oh, well, you actually mentioned that last week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because I asked you to send a picture.
That's right. Yeah. We talked about it, and I didn't do that, yeah.
Oh,
Bobby double dip face. Oh, should I say Bobby talk face?
Just knowing that I have the Doc Ock is good enough for me. Like, I don't even have all my Legends displayed. They're all still in a tote from we moved like a year ago to a new office. I just have Mysterio and Doc Ock. I just know they're done. So that's good enough for me.
Mysterio. Oh.
All right. Is that all you got, Bobby?
That's it.
Alrighty. Robert, what'd you get this week?
Let's see. I got the baby. I got the MMC reformatted Magna Cum Laude. Oh God, that was bad. The fucking Lynx part of Skylinks, and he's a heavy, hefty brick, and very articulated for a brick. It looks cool. It really reminds me of their original reformatted like Feralcon's just aesthetics, but it's definitely updated. So it's a good figure, and it's super heavy. It's kind of overkill. Like it's really heavy. But what's weird is, and I got some shit from Lenny for this, it's very solid plastic, but he has in his brick mode, which has wheels, which is funny. I guess it's a tank, when I took it out of the box and I put it on the desk and it rolled, I was like, huh? Like it didn't make any sense, but then I saw the wheels. But it has these clips that hold the legs together that fold across the side when he's a brick. And there's like 2 clips on each leg, so I think it's 8 clips total, or is it 4 clips? But they're stressed, and the funny thing is they're like clips, and I purposefully looked at the instructions to see how to disconnect the legs because I didn't trust myself. Like, oh, you can't just pull this apart. And I'm glad I looked because it just shows how to unlock them. And I followed the instructions and I wasn't forcing it. And then while I was messing around, I look and I saw a stress mark. And I'm like, what? I look at all of them. They're all stressed. And that really bothers me because the figure's so good. So nobody else is fessing up the stress marks on their leg clips. And I mean, I'll fucking eat my shoes if I'm the only one with a fucking stress mark.
Eat my shoes.
I swear to God. It'll be like a cake shoe, so nobody will know. Like that dog. But I eat my shoes.
Probably the best shoes in New York, though. I mean.
Oh, yeah. Best
shoe cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I also got the Ocular Max Cliff Jumper, the red one, obviously. And I love the alt mode. It looks so good. It's really gappy, really gappy and fiddly, which kind of sucks. Just the alt mode is gappy and fiddly. And I'm hoping maybe that was just when they transformed it to test it or something. I don't know. I doubt it, but I'm going to play with it and see what happens if I can get it tighter. Giggity. And that's all that I got in. My wife's gonna kill me because shout out to Extra Zero. He shot me a PM that Walmart had like a refurbish sale on 65-inch LG OLED whatever flat screens, and it was a crazy good sale. So I got a flat screen. It's coming next week, and she doesn't know because she'll freak out.
Why would she freak out?
Because she won't say it, but what I hear is, but I wanted to spend that money on something I wanted to. You know, but whatever. Our TV's on the outs, so I figured it's much needed. But yeah, that'll be coming next week. And then tomorrow the elliptical arrives. Yeah, and that's about it. And tomorrow I go provision shopping for our great outdoors trip, Bubby.
That meme is fantastic. Who did that?
Eddie.
That's
Justin.
Great. That is great.
You would be Dan Aykroyd. I would be John Candy. Like it's just, you know.
Yeah, even though it's not really accurate to me. I'm not really a Dan Aykroyd type from that movie.
You're more like Steve Martin. Would you rather be Dan Aykroyd or Steve Martin? If you're in a Sidekick movie with Robert D as John Candy.
Probably Steve Martin.
It's the hair, isn't it?
No. It's just that Dan Aykroyd always plays like the hyper serious, you know.
Well, you know, he's actually extremely intelligent. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's why you don't like him?
He makes vodka as well.
He's also going crazy in his old age, I feel like, but you know.
Yeah.
See, I see Justin as more of a Dan Aykroyd type, and Bobby's more of an Ernie Hudson.
I'm more of Wait, Dan Aykroyd did smoke cigarettes though, didn't he? In Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah, shit. I'll be Dan Aykroyd then.
In fact, I think they all smoke cigarettes in Ghostbusters. To be honest with
Did
you.
they?
I don't think Egon did, but the rest did. Yes.
They made it look cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Egon's the only one that's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Irony.
That's it, though.
All right.
Alrighty then.
What'd you get, Justin?
It's Greg's turn.
Oh, I thought the moment of silence was like, it's Justin's turn.
Greg, what did you get?
I got absolutely nothing.
All right.
What'd you get, Justin?
Thank you for asking, Bobby. So pretty much nothing, I would say, but I mean, I've got this vision of like I kind of want a complete American like G1 up to Micromasters and Pretenders. Like I don't care about that shit. Just like proper original Transformers. I'd like to get that complete and a GoBot thing. I think that'd be fun to have like the American GoBots too. So I did get a G1 Springer who is in shit condition. Yeah, probably have to swap him out at some point. And I got a Whirl who's overall in good condition. He's got like a little plastic discoloring on one arm, but other than that, he's in pretty good condition. So that's two more for my trying to complete G1 collection. So that's all I got. Alrighty.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
There's I feel like there's a huge drought out there at the moment.
Yeah, there is.
Huge.
It's terrible.
Is that how it's gonna be? Is that how it's gonna fucking be? Every
weekend.
I don't either Bobby or Robert is not coming back next week. Just have a feeling.
Oh, it's gonna be great though. Lisa's gonna love him because you're gonna see how sick Lisa is of my fucking corny jokes.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah. Why does it not surprise anyone?
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. I think it's believable. I don't even need the vacation to believe it, honestly.
You got a bathing suit yet?
No. I didn't get a fucking bathing suit.
Gonna go on
Did you get one of those like old timey one piece?
Yes.
Stripe things.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that.
I bet you would. I bet you would.
All right. Well, should we move on to some news?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a light week, so we're gonna have to stall for a while. But we'll move on to third-party news. Why not?
All right.
So, Planet X has revealed their, well, I guess it's just like drawings. It's really more like, I think they're computer animated things of their Star Saber, I guess from IDW.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
I think it looks good.
I don't.
I don't.
I don't.
I think it'll fit in perfect with like the the MMC stuff.
Maybe. The thing that gets me is I feel like
maybe not.
I feel like most of the jet is just like the red jet is just. I mean, I thought on the first picture it looks like the red jet's just like pegged into the back there, but then you see the awful red jet mode and like, come on. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're more focused on the alt mode stuff, and I like.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, as long as the bot looks good, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think the bot looks pretty fucking good. Like, it looks the way it should. I think.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I mean, it could be for me not having really a point of reference with the IDW stuff personally.
Right.
Like, I don't really follow it. I can tell you how at least the blue part looks like it works. Like, you can see the flaps on the back where it does like the Combiner Wars trick to hide the legs there. Like, it's certainly not going to be rocket science to transform this guy. I don't know. He's fine. Not my cup of tea. I won't be buying him, but you know, who's in?
I kind of like the little jet mode. It's very Pretender-esque.
I can see that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm curious. Like, this is the second IDW figure they've teased, right? Am I right about that? Or no? Wasn't there?
Yeah, but I can't remember what the other one was.
Was it a Deathsaurus?
Oh yeah.
And like, I don't know. I'm okay with two companies going after the IDW stuff because, you know, unfortunately MMC with the amount of original molds they make, they just don't cover enough ground.
Yeah.
Kind of fast enough for me. So, like, I'm kind of excited about that, and I generally like Planet X's product.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I mean that's certainly not their weak point. Is not their product. Like, they do decent products.
Mm.
Well, you know what kills it for me?
Tell me.
Flame toys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the flame toys. So it's funny, I'm not interested in this, even though it transforms and I think it looks good.
You are getting the flame toys?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Why would I not get it?
I mean,
Well, I don't collect hot toys.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So, you know, it's not like I'm bragging like, of course I'm gonna get that in all the hot toys ever.
What?
It's just that. I basically just get that and Legends and MMC and Zeta.
And Masterpiece.
Yeah, and Masterpiece. But it's not that often. You know, now it feels like an occasion where I get something.
Yeah.
It's be a flood. You know, I'm pickier. But yeah, I mean, this looks cool, but I want to get the flame toy, so it doesn't look cool enough.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No, I hear you. And if I was doing that, I probably would roll the same way. Are you gonna get the whole like Victory Saber deal? Like you're getting the lion too and the whole bang? Like
yeah.
Nice job, Mac.
Oh yeah. Even though I think you know what though? I think I never liked how it looked as a character with the boots.
Is he getting way too big for his boots?
He's like, give me the power of boots. Like, oh, he's got his boots. Ooh.
Yeah, it does kind of look like he's wearing like platform shoes sometimes. I will agree.
I am powerful.
Yeah.
In fact, those feet look so big, you'd think maybe he runs a lot slower now. You know, I wouldn't be as afraid of the guy. But yeah, I'm getting it. You have to. Like, okay, if you have the ability to get both, why wouldn't you? Why would you only get the one?
Right. No, I agree.
But I like them separate. Like my MP Star Saber and the what's the other guy's name again? Leo? But what Leo?
Victory Leo.
Is it Victory Leo?
Victory Leo and then Victory Saber, right?
Okay, so Victory Leo, I have him in Flying Lion form because I think it looks better like that, and I have my Star Saber standing next to him like his pet. You know, I don't have them combined.
Yeah.
For the previously stated reasons.
The old boots. How big he's getting for them?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I got boots. Oh, I'm a big guy now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, are you gonna but do you have the MMC drift?
Yes. No, I don't have MMC drift. I have the MMC what's the one that turns into a flying owl wing?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So you're not gonna get that MMC drift because you have the flame tools. Okay. All right, that makes sense to me. I'm on board with your logic, Robert.
I have no urge.
I'm on board with your logic.
Yeah. I love this drift. I can't wait for Tarn. You know, I can't wait for. You know which one I'm the least interested in? Is the Prime. I'm least interested in the Prime.
Which the figure one?
Yeah. No, the flame toy, the high end one, not the model kit.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, I get that. I can get that.
So now I have to ask myself, do I want to, catch them all, or just the ones that catch my eye?
Right.
It's expensive, so if it's not perfect, I don't think I'll get it. I don't know.
I hear you.
Do you hear me?
You're hearing me with your ears, but are you feeling me with your heart? I was coming outside the bar one time, and there's a dude like super fucked up, and he was like, man, I just need her to. He was like talking about his girlfriend. I just need her to understand me. You know what I mean? I just need her to understand. And like, so I just started talking. I was like, look, you just need to find a girl who's gonna take care of you, man. Just a girl is going to be everything that you want, not everything that you need. And he kept saying, like, I hear you. And I was like, you're hearing me with your ears. And then I put my hand on his chest and I said, but are you feeling me with your heart? The people I was with, like, fell out. It was good times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got all this comments about repeating the story from last week. It's hard to keep track. You know, you do this shit long enough, you forget what story you tell on what platform. And sorry, everybody.
All right. Well, should we move on?
Yeah, let's do that.
They don't appreciate your stories, Bobby.
I know. What's up with that, man?
Yeah.
Pretty soon there'll be a TFW thread about Bobby double dipping the story face.
Bobby boring story face.
Yeah.
You're like a grandpa. People are like, oh, we heard this one already, Grandpa.
All right. Well, let's move on. So Toyworld apparently has put out images of a legend scale Wheeljack, and damn, it looks pretty good. It's a pretty good looking Legends.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
Every time I see Legends, I get more and more compelled. Like, maybe I should start collecting these things.
Yeah.
Like, there's some really, really good ones out there.
Yeah, the more they make, the more it's tempting.
Like,
I
kind of want like a season 1 Autobots. Like, maybe I don't need to go in all the way. But, like, I wouldn't mind having all the season 1 characters.
Right.
Just a dip.
Yeah. So I don't know. It looks good. I'd like to see the alt mode, but from what I can see of the alt mode in the robot mode, I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I can't imagine that they could screw it up, like just from looking at it. You know what I mean?
There you go. You got the skull face jinx, Wheeljack.
Well, here's the question.
It's going to be complete trash.
Pre-order canceled.
With those 3 different head sculpts, does this mean there's going to be 3 different redecos, or are all 3 going to come with it? Because that would be kind of silly.
I would think it's got to be three redecos, right?
But how much different does... I'm assuming that bottom one's animated.
Yeah, the bottom one doesn't need to be. That can be an extra head if you want to put it into something. I think it's okay to do an exhaust in a Wheeljack because I think exhaust is kind of made enough of a name for himself with the MP. So
the third one is what he looks like without the mask on. You're like, oh, put the mask back. Put the mask back on. I think, what other company is it? They have like really good sculpt, like X-Transbots, like really great sculpts. But I think that's where this ends, is just the sculpt. I mean, look at the joints, and I mean even the proportions on the arms, and look at the gaps. This is really old. Like, this is not up to date when it comes to Legends engineering, and
that may be true.
Look at that.
That may be true.
Look, the fucking forearms just fold up into its own. His biceps look at the gaps in the thighs and the calves. I mean, just at first glance, the sculpt looks nice, but it just doesn't look like it holds a candle to Magic Square, or even Iron Factory, or some of the DX9 stuff. It just doesn't look like the same.
Their Beachcomber would like to have a word with you. That thing doesn't look very good either. So
Bamo does.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's very, very similar looking to me in that regard. That, like, okay, here's a bunch of stuff that could be engineered better, but it's not. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't make me want this more, though. Just because that Beachcomber sucks doesn't mean I want to get this.
Yeah, I think it looks fine. I mean, I can see how it transforms. So, I mean, I think for what it is, it's fine.
I'm sure Magic Square is going to come out with one.
I'm sure Mecha Fans Toys is going to do one of these with some extra panels.
I hate them. Oh God, I hate them.
See, this is like, if you look at the biceps and you see the gap, like, where would a panel go if they put a panel there? Because the arm's going to rotate at the ball joint, and it's going to fold up in there, and then that little piece is going to be a tab to tab into, like, I'm assuming whatever the backpack is, to make the back of the car. So where would the panel go?
I'll tell you when Magic Square comes out with their Wheeljack, and then I'll answer the question.
Yeah, I won't care by then. I don't really care about Legends, so I definitely won't care by that point.
Yeah, but I'll still tell you.
Yeah, it's fine. I know how to mute a conversation on Facebook. It's fine.
Just call the cat.
All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to move on. And is that the end of third party movie? You got more, Robert? Go ahead.
No.
All right. Well, you're just holding up the show. So next we have Shockwave's Lab has some MP Dinobot accessories, and I get that they're from the show, but this just looks stupid to me. So.
Wait, hold on, I'll be right back. Chinese food's here. I'll be right back.
Pulling a Robert D.
Speaking of cats.
No, so I mean, I get it. There's like this little bandolier, and there's apparently a machine rifle in a world of pew pew lasers. Like that makes sense. And then things so you can turn his display base or whatever into kind of like a weapons rack, so you can make that tail look awesome.
That's not bad, though, to have something to put all that shit on.
Yeah,
it's funny.
You know what it is? It's the box or a Ziploc bag. It does the job, and it costs like a penny.
Yeah, because as a display, it doesn't look so nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, who's legitimately displaying like this? Maybe Bobby's making, like, Dinobot's room diorama for his shelf, and would integrate this in. But other than that, like, I don't know. I don't see this going in there.
Well, I am going to make a diorama for my Dinobots, but not for this fella.
Well, that's a missed opportunity there, Bobby.
Dude, shout out to Dinobot's Dojo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So no, I mean, like, it's fine. Like, this is like the eyeballs for what's his name, Sludge. Like, fine. You did it. I'm probably never gonna use it. It's nice for people who really care about the character, I guess. It's just further.
Shout out to missed opportunities.
It further promotes the weirdness that is Beast Wars to me. That's all.
Yeah, and there's 2 companies doing this. It's not just this Shockwave's lab. Another company's doing it.
I heard Dr. Wu. Somewhere down in the comments, someone posted Dr. Wu making, I guess, the primitive, like, axe with a tooth or a rock at the end or something.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty cool little scene.
Yeah.
I buy that more than a machine gun.
Why not both? They're from the same episode.
Well, I buy neither, though. I would buy neither.
Neither.
Or neither. Do you say neither or neither?
I'm a neither guy.
I'm a neither guy.
I say both because I'm not prejudiced. I mix it up, I say tomato sometimes and potato.
Do you say potato?
Just to be a dick.
I feel like you shouldn't say potato.
You know what? I look at my nails both ways too, Bobby.
Oh, do you?
Sometimes I'll grab my nipple when I do it.
I'm sure you do.
Sometimes I'll grab your nipple when I do it.
That's probably also true.
I'll show you.
And you try to tickle me like a bonobo.
You say bonobo, I say bonobo.
I don't really know how to say it. I'll keep it honest. Bonobo.
Who's eating carrots?
No, sorry. I had a piece of ice.
Oh, it's okay. Make the mouth sounds. It's cool.
No, it's fucking rude, obnoxious. I shouldn't have done
Justin, hang up on him. What the fuck?
He doesn't interrupt the show as much, so I when he does it, it slides under my radar. When you do it, I'm like, there he goes again. Click.
What sort of beverage are you having that you're chewing the ice cubes?
I had a vitamin water. I just put it on ice because it was warm. No big deal.
740.
Was it like smart water? Oh, it was a vitamin water, so it's like that watered down Gatorade.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'll tell you this though, man. I haven't fucking had a cold. I haven't fucking been sick since I started drinking them.
Oh. I've been drinking a gallon of water pretty much every day.
Yeah, that's
peeing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I hate that shit, man. Like sometimes, like I purposely won't drink water because I'm like, man, I got shit to do. I can't be running to the bathroom. Like.
The gas station by my work has that nugget ice in the dispenser. You know, that good shit.
Yeah.
And they had these giant ass Mountain Dew, like 70-ounce fucking insulated mugs or whatever for $5. And Kit's like, just get one. And then I got it, and the fucking girl didn't even ring me up for it. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I get a 50-cent fill of ice, and I get a $1.29 jug of distilled water or spring water, depending on what they have cold. And I drink that shit. That's my routine.
Nice.
Yeah.
I drink.
And I haven't been sick since I started doing that.
That's
I've been
good.
peeing like a motherfucker though.
Yeah, that shit drives me nuts.
I drink 100 ounces a day of water.
Oh yeah.
Basically. Yep. Oh, you drink 100 ounces a day.
Yep.
How's that working out for you?
Pee a lot. It's good though. No, I mean I feel better. I find a lot of I think lethargy comes from dehydration. I feel a lot more. It's all like everything adds up. So I don't know what it is, but you need water, and I feel a lot better in general. You know,
Yeah, I agree.
Wow, what a boring show.
I know, it's a rough one. I'm fucking beat today.
Well, the important question, Robert, is how much crack are you smoking?
Not enough. Not nearly enough. Nope.
All right. So, that's it for third-party news.
I think I read it was like a gram per liter of water a day.
Okay.
So I'm almost up to 4.
I'm gonna make that happen.
Anybody want to buy an Omega Supreme?
Best crack in the world, New York.
That might be true.
Might be true.
Probably is.
Nino Brown don't fuck around, man.
Oh,
I've seen the
Robert.
documentaries on Netflix. So.
What, Bubby?
So I went out to lunch today with my dad, right? Like my dad took Jana for the last couple of days, which was nice, and we got up with him when he came to drop her off, and like we had lunch together. And I don't know how we got to talking, but he was like, what is your like favorite breakfast to have? And I was like, well,
bagels.
And I was like, it's a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. And I said, and to be fair, after this year, it's a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. And he's like, I didn't know you ate bagel sandwiches. And I was like, I usually don't. I was like, but I had a buddy of mine bring me down some Brooklyn bagels, and my dad was like, oh, best bagels in the world, Bob.
Yes!
And I was like, he would fucking be applauding right now if he were here.
Hold on 1 second. I love your dad.
It's pretty funny.
You know what makes Brooklyn or New York bagels and New York pizza as well the best in the world? It's all that rat shit and fucking caked up bullshit in the pipes that they never fucking clean out.
It's because we have the best water.
And you've seen Jason Takes Manhattan, I assume. There's little bits of that motherfucker still down there getting all in the water.
You know we have the best water.
I have a question.
Water.
Is it what? How do any? This is probably best for after the show, but we'll just wait for after the show. It's fine.
No. You can't do that. You can't
It's just boring. If I'm gonna send an email, is there a way to send an email? I have a Gmail account. Is there a way?
Damn, it really is boring.
I told you. Is there a way to send an email to multiple people, but they don't see like it? They don't.
BCC.
They don't see.
No.
Yeah,
If you
that's not
CCs them, they'll see it. You should be able to put multiple email addresses into the same field, and that shouldn't show up like a CC. But I would send one to Laura or
right.
another email address just to make sure.
So,
but I'm pretty sure if you.
I wanted to look like I just sent the email to one person.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and wait for you to finish the question before I answered that one. But
he's so courteous to him.
Yeah, what can you do?
No, I know what he's doing. He's hitting up all those ex-girlfriends from middle school.
I'm nicer to you than Bobby is.
I'm not sure that's accurate.
So I think how you do it. Can't you just do them all as BCCs? Like just no 2 and no CC?
But like, won't they see the original person I'm sending it to?
No, you can just send it to no one.
Yeah, you just send it to them as a blind carbon copy.
Send it to yourself and BCC everyone.
Yeah, could do that.
And then they won't see who else I'm BCCing?
That's why it's a blind. That's why it's a blind
CC. BCCing you later.
You know, I really wish we hadn't told him the correct answer.
I mean, I'm gonna get a couple different answers. You know what I mean, Robert?
Why don't you?
Is it a dick pic, Bobby?
Oh no, I wish.
All right. So moving on to Hasbro Takara news, and starting with some Takara news, Figure King has some high quality image scans. It's a bunch of movie crap. Nobody really cares, but you know.
Yeah, but the reason this is here is the MP.
Yeah, I mean this does have some stuff in it though. Like so.
Sure. I'm exaggerating.
Yeah, this number 247 Look how fucking big that Bumblebee is. Like that to me was the most like
what?
Yeah.
Bumble boom.
The picture where it's in alt mode and he's holding it.
Yeah.
It's like that. Oh man, what Bumblebee is that? The one that they had in the old movie that had all the it was huge. I don't remember what it's called. Do you remember what it's called, Greg? You know what I'm talking about. It was like the enormous Camaro Bumblebee.
Oh, the one that they repurposed as the MPM later.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was like a leader class.
It's enormous.
Battle siege or some shit.
Yeah. I think it was ridiculous.
It's impressive.
Is it?
Yeah, this isn't like a normal release. This is like a gimmick. It's like well, no, it is. It's not like in scale. It's
right.
Power charge.
No. I figured that. I'm like Robert saying, is it? I don't mean it's impressive. Like it's impressive. I just mean it's impressive that it's that fucking big, and it like, I just think it's out of like I don't know, it's out of left field.
Dude, this is covering left field and center.
And then this other thing underneath, that's a movie. Is that a movie prime? It looks like a Power Master prime, but I guess it's a movie prime.
That's that reworked leader class version of the evasion mode.
Just Power Master because his fucking grill is just plow. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, people are gonna eat this shit up, but is that so? Is the truck huge? Does it scale with Bumblebee?
No.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, the
like Greg was saying
Bumblebee's
that
not.
Bumblebee's like a one-off.
Yeah, it's not like in the normal line, as this is a leader scale prime.
Yeah.
But who cares about facts, right? Not
Yeah,
Robert, not
facts.
Trump supporters.
The truth isn't truth, Greg.
Yep, the truth isn't truth. You know the best mayors and attorneys come from New York.
That's true. Oh, it's so true. This bot mode on the next photo doesn't look so bad.
No, I think this siege stuff looks good. So far.
The Magnus looks nice too.
Yeah, I agree.
That's kind of impressive. Is this like MP? I mean, it almost looks really good. Look at the side swipe.
I
Not
know.
bad.
I know. I think like when I first clicked on this, I thought that was the MP side swipe. I mean, it didn't take much looking into it to be like, okay, that's not it. But just at first glance, I was like, yeah, I think this siege line looks great so far.
But look to the left of Ultra Magnus. They don't disappoint. Look, you can pile a bunch of shit on the side swipe.
Yeah, what is it with that? But you know what? Some people love that shit. Black Phillip loves that shit. Like, if he can't do something absurd with like, like he'll just be like, I'll be like, hey man, I got that Fans Toys Mind Wipe in. He's like, dude, can you put the head on MP Optimus? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, lame. Like, some people are just into that puzzle element of it.
Is it a puzzle though?
Yeah, well, it's like this that anything can be broken down and reasserted or repositioned into something else, and like some people are just in it for that. Like Philip is in it for that, but I've come to realize that a lot of people are. I'm not. It doesn't mean shit to me. I don't even care if they transform, Robert D, if you know what I'm saying. But
Flames Toys.
But I just I know that some people dig it, but yeah, I agree with you. It's fucking stupid.
Well, what figure is that?
I don't know. It's one they've been advertising heavy also, but I don't know. I can't remember who he's supposed to be.
It's not Scamper. It's
Stacks.
No.
It looks like Roller. And like a shattered glass roller.
It almost looks
I
like
think it's a figure that's supposed to do something like that. Let me look it up.
It almost looks like the thing that comes with Fortress Maximus.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the thing that comes with Fortress Maximus.
His name is
Cog. And then, hold on, let me do my biz. Cog.
What's with all the guzzle? I'm seeing lots of guzzle online nowadays. A lot of guzzle teases, a lot of guzzle toys and animation and guzzle.
Probably because you're Googling cock.
Yeah, I was like, what fucking websites are you on, man?
Speaking of cock, what's up with guzzle?
Yeah, the original toy had the same kind of gimmick. Like, it was two different things you could, like, take apart and put together. And
I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
What was it? G1?
It came with Fort Max, yeah.
Oh, okay. It was a Fort Max.
You combine those two little vehicles, and then you could, like, take little bits off and peg it in. And you're just running with that gimmick.
I gotcha. Cog's got ankle rockers, though. All these fucking things got ankle rockers.
I love ankle rockers.
It's nice. Like, it's nice to see. It's nice to see. I mean, like, it's something we've been talking about since we started doing this show, and it's finally arrived. After we're all uninterested.
And he's a weaponizer, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if 4 years ago they were doing this stuff with ankle rockers. Really is what killed it for me too. You know, I mean, I don't know what I'd be collecting right now. So I'm thankful they didn't do it, I guess. I don't know, the Hound looks kind of cool, too.
I agree.
He looks like TFC Hound, though. Which
yeah, I can see a little bit of that in there.
Hit him with a shovel, don't you?
Yeah, this one's in one piece, though.
Yeah, that's true. And then the Prime.
Which Prime? The MP?
MP.
So panely.
His knees. His knees.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks good. I want to see it. I want to see colored images, and I want to see that price, and then I'll make a decision. But
they revealed the price. It's $429.99.
Is that yen? It's not $429. No way.
No, not really. But I just want to see how everyone would believe it.
You know what's crazy is how believable that price is. Like, I wasn't like, get that. It was like, yeesh.
I could see it nearing $300 at this point.
I can see it being close to $350.
I could see it being close to $375.
$1, Bob.
Are they prepping us for this with the Beast Wars stuff? You know, I mean, the Beast Wars pricing. Why wouldn't they carry it over to the new stuff?
Yeah, he's not going to be cheap. How much was Megatron?
$250, $275, somewhere in there.
Yeah, at the very least, he's going to be that price. Very least.
Yeah, I guess so. But, well, I mean, I think the Megatron's unique with all the parts, but I can't see them scaling down their price. They're just going to rape you on profit. So, yeah. And it comes with a giant fucking trailer, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And the trailer has its own pieces and parts count. You know, it's got to open. It's going to have the little repair drone thing. Probably going to have a roller with it. Yeah, they get you.
I hope that roller is panelly as fuck.
Then we get a white one and a fucking blue one and a purple one and a camo and.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but Amazon Japan's gonna have it a lot cheaper shipped.
Yeah, but I mean, that is true.
Did you understand that?
Yeah, that the Amazon is going to be cheaper, but it's still my price me out.
Mm-hmm. You know, I forgot. I did get something else this week. I got the the KBB MP10, the little like Voyager scaled one. I got his trailer, and he comes with an even more disappointing spike. It's obviously a knockoff of Mush Face, but it's like I've got fungus Mush Face. Like, it's really bad. So someday I'll probably show that somewhere. It's pretty fun.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I kind of want to get that Prime just to have on my desk.
But yeah, that's the whole reason I got it. Is like, I love the MP10 mold, and I think it's an awesome little toy for like $60. So KO or not, don't give a shit.
I love the proportions on this new MP. I really do. I just have my fingers crossed.
What are your thoughts on the knees?
It doesn't bother me. Like, to me, like if you're gonna have the kind of extended articulation, like you're gonna have to make some sacrifices. And when he stands straight up and down, the knees look appropriate. So I'm good with it. I would like to see like a pose that's in between these extreme poses, you know, standing straight up and down or like fucking super crouched. I would like to see something that's like a little bit more subtle and see how that affects the knees. But it doesn't. It's not bothersome to me. I think it's a decent trade-off.
I think you're going to be mostly happy with the knee because I think that upper part is just kind of a part that gives an over 90-degree rotation by the look of it. So I think it'll be okay. He's still panelly as hell, though. Like, I don't know. That's the thing that bothers me about it. Just like every little part has a panel that I can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you're fine with Megatron, you'll be fine with this, though.
Yeah, and it may not be as noticeable once there's color on it. You know what I mean?
So how do you feel about the panels, Justin?
I hate
them. I just want to make sure everyone's clear on Justin's stance on the panel.
Everybody should always be clear on my stance on everything.
He's getting his own panel at TFCon.
Hell yeah.
I think if the pictures aren't like reversed, which I don't think they are, like they really should have put the screws on the inside of the gun, since he's going to be holding it left-handed. But they could these pictures could always be reversed too, like mirrored. So.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Look at the gun. See him crouched.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah. But I think that these might be mirrored images.
But even that, it's like, why does that need screws at all?
It's got sound effects.
Oh, okay.
Or you gotta take it apart and put batteries in it. Maybe it goes pew, pew, pew.
He did have a cool gun. There's a cool little sound effect. I just watched parts of that 86 movie the other day, and I was like, damn, that is a cool sound of a rifle.
Bobby, I've probably watched that 86 movie like 4 times in the last week.
Okay.
I'm super hyped for the theater. I'm super hyped for that, yeah. And I think I'm taking my friend's kid instead of Kit because Kit doesn't really want to go, and I don't think his dad really feels like taking him. I was like, well, you guys can go be drinking McDrunks. We're at some fucking loser bar, and I'll take the kid to go see Transformers.
Right.
And I'll get him drunk in the theater.
Nothing wrong with that.
You can't have a proper emotional response to the death of Optimus Prime if you're not drunk at 6 years old. I mean, come on.
And then what is this? What is this other shit? Elephant Bot?
Yeah, it's just a reissue of an old Beast Wars Neo at this point. Like, it's real old.
All right.
Elephant Bot.
Yeah, it's what's his name? What convoy is this?
His name is
Big Convoy. Pretty much.
Please stop, Robert. What's his name?
Big Convoy.
Big Convoy. It's a cool toy. I've had it before. I've had this mold before. If you're into it, it's a cool little figure.
Look how fucking dumb Superion looks.
Superion.
Down at bottom left.
Ooh.
Superion.
That's good.
Hey, where is Superion? Actually, oh yeah, there he is.
Is that perfect? Yeah. Is that another
Not for
Superion?
nothing. Look at that Devastator beside him.
Yeah, it's better.
Not for the prices that the reissues will be.
No, I mean, I'm not interested in that Devastator at all. But it looks. I mean, it looks better next to that Superion for sure.
Oh, I know. I like how they make it look like it's the same size.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So that's it for the Figure King scans. I think we got one more thing in official news. Yep. So MPM-07. I know everybody's excited about those movie masterpieces. Instead of giving you more masterpiece characters, you're going to get Bumblebee. But this time it's Volkswagen Beetle Bumblebee. I don't know. Is there anything about this other than that pre-orders are going up?
I mean, yeah, this might be a picture. It might be a this. It might be a that. Like, you know,
it could be one of just the, what already exists at this point. So, who knows?
Wait, what do you mean? What already exists?
The movie, like the picture, just might be the movie master, whatever it is, the movie series thing that they have. I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, if you read the comment section, this is what really drew me to this. Like, people think there's some disconnect between Hasbro's and Takara's toy making process and the designs for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they think like.
Oh goodness.
Robert, shut up. At least my cats don't stay up until fucking 3 o'clock in the morning screaming and beating at the fucking door and we're trying to...
That's mean.
I forgot to jiggle the fucking stick.
That's what she said.
Yeah, whatever. God, I wish Matt was fucking here.
So what were you saying? I'm sorry. Go.
School.
Continue going. Talking.
Oh,
you cut out there. So.
I don't even fucking remember. Oh, they think there's some disconnect between the toy designers and the movie designers. Like, they're like, oh, I thought they'd have to wait till after the movie was out to have access to the model. Like, do you not know how this business works?
Right. Like, silly pants.
That's just how, like, uninformed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, right.
Like, well, if you're gonna pay $74 for this, you must be rich. I guess I'm just gonna get the Studio Series version. It's close enough.
Yeah.
I'll pay half this price for it. Man, I went to Kroger. We have Kroger Marketplace here. I don't know if you guys have them there. Like where they sell furniture and like clothes and shoes and shit too.
I'll give you a tip. We don't even have Kroger. Period.
Fucking tip. You don't have Kroger, really?
Nope.
Bobby, do you have Kroger?
No.
Bobby's got Wegmans.
Yeah, we got Wegmans. Yeah, Wegmans.
Do you guys have Harris Teeter?
Yes.
Yeah, of course you do.
Harris Teeter ain't shit though. I mean, it's nice that they always have the chicken for $1.99 a pound. Like, that's nice. But like, I don't know. It's just once you go to Wegmans, it's like second place is far behind. Dude, I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Some fucking sirloin.
I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I've never heard of Wegmans. We had Harris Teeter. They actually bought Kroger, or the other way around. Like, something just happened. Like within the last 12 months, which in the business world has just happened.
Right.
Because nothing takes effect for like 3 years.
Right.
Yeah. Well, so we have Kroger Marketplace, which is, it's like a grocery store that sells fucking couches, and they had their fucking Studio Series. Because I always check the toy aisle because like I think maybe I'll find something there that like I can't, like a Marvel Legends, I can't find anywhere else because people aren't gonna look there or pay the price. But they had their Studio Series Deluxes for like $34.99, and the shelf was empty. $34.99.
That's pretty crazy.
For that crap, and they didn't have anything on the shelf. So bitching about a fucking quote unquote masterpiece, depending on how masterpiece you think this movie line is, for $70 or whatever, or $75, like there's people out there willing to pay.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just
fine. All right.
Questions?
Yep. Moving on to questions. Who wants to read? Robert,
all right.
You want to read? Go ahead,
Robert.
You want me to read? No, I can't.
Robert, yeah, read the fucking questions.
Okay, I'll read a question. And you might hear Azalea talking in the background, but no problem. All right, MP Collector. Dear SCU crew, after seeing Peg for Life's recent live stream review of MMC's upcoming Skylinks figure, I am rethinking how I always envisioned the scale for a true masterpiece-inspired rendition of his character.
Protected by Viper.
Seeing some comparison... What the fuck she walked in with. Seeing some comparisons of the MMC version with MP10, it looks to be a little small for A, you mean N, MP Skylinks in alt mode.
A.
But close to perfect size in combined mode. The problem is, now I realize that for a proper scaled alt mode, it'd need to be a lot larger than I initially thought it would have to be. I think my only solution is to ignore alt mode scale for Skylinks. Do any of you guys feel similarly? I have never incorporated any of MMC's previous reformatted releases into my MP display. So this would be a big first for me. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts on Skylinks and how he should be captured in an MP scaled collection.
A.
I think I think that Skylinks looks cool. But I think that if you want to get it for your MP shelf, you just really want a Skylinks really bad. Like, I don't think it works. Not for MP.
I'm going to get it, by the way.
Which is fine.
MP scaled Skylinks would be like...
fucking big!
Fucking big, yeah.
Yeah, drastically more space than most people have.
But yeah, I don't think it needs to be as huge as it was in the cartoon. I mean, like, you know, the Dinobots traveled inside of him. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't need to be that big.
Nope.
So, like, I don't think you need the alt mode to be that big. However, I do think that the Skylinks itself needs to be bigger in order to really work. And I think it doesn't need it. And, like, especially with the way that the MPs are going now with the super tune look, like, it's just a bit too stylized. I think it's a you know, I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. If you like that Skylinks interpretation, you want that on your shelf to represent Skylinks, then fucking money in the bank, go for it. Like, but I don't think. I think that it's more of a, like, you just want a Skylinks really bad, as most of us do, and you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna make it work, which is fine.
I asked Lenny about it this weekend, and I think he said from tip to tail, like, it's going to be 2 feet, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's even pushing, like, what I have, like, my area. And I don't really care that much about Skylinks. Like, he's cool. But, like, for me, he was always, like he was just there. Like, he was just that dude. He was like,
he's
just like, hey, guys.
He's like the Perceptor of the big bots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he never really had an active... Well, I guess there was, like, 2 episodes where he did, but, like, just to me, like, when I think about, like, Season 3, I don't think about... like, Skylinks isn't the first Transformer to jump in my mind. Like, even outside of, like, the movie bots, like, there's other ones I think of. What's his name? Octane, and, like, some of those. What was that? Huh?
Gozzle.
Oh, Zoe's about to fuck you up, Robert. Sandstorm. I'd much rather have an MP accurate Sandstorm before an MP accurate Skylinks. But that's just me.
Yeah. It's just aesthetically, it doesn't even. It's like, you know, I think you were saying, Bob. It's not aesthetically MP. It's doesn't mean it's not good. It's just not the same. Doesn't fit. I think it's made to scale with Feral Rex, and aesthetically, it looks to be on par with Feral Rex, and that's where it works. Period.
Well, now that I know it's a piece of shit with stress marks, actually, I might not be getting it.
No, I never said it was a piece of shit. I just said I'm frustrated because it had stress marks, because it's so good otherwise, you know?
How many homeless people did you hit with it today?
No, and I don't hit homeless people. I just walk by them.
What about you, Justin? Any thoughts on this?
So for me personally, like, this is like, I get what everyone is saying. Like, I totally understand it. I am fine with the scale too, just like Greg. Like, I don't need him to be big. Like, this is an Astro Train type thing to me, where, like, Astro Train had Devastator fighting inside him. You know,
right,
like,
right.
I don't care about that. And like, you know, if I don't need him to be as big as my Toyworld combiner, like he's already sounding like at 2 feet, he's gonna be pretty darn big. So like, I think he's more than acceptable as a appropriately sized Skylinks for my collection. And like, I am not really into the Mortoon aesthetic at this point. Like, I still like the original MP stuff. Right. So getting it and, you know, having him be kind of more stylized and less cartoon looking doesn't impede my collection at all. So I'm in. Right. I think he's going to be good looking.
Yeah. And you've been kind of consistent with that as well.
Yeah. All right.
I think it's a far better scale discrepancy than, like, say, that Voyager thing that came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Combiner Wars one.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more so the look of this thing. Like, it just doesn't look the part. Like for the collection, like it like it's, you know, I don't know. I just got rid of War Dog. I just got rid of some shit where I'm like, yeah, like it's the only option I have, but it just doesn't work. So, like for me, it's just, I can't. And I don't need it to be super tuned either, but like it can't be for how the collection is going now. It can't be too far left either, unfortunately.
Well, who do you think is going to put one out next?
I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care? You would never get a Skylinks?
What do you mean I would? If nobody puts it out, to look right, like to look masterpiece style, then I'm not going to get it. Like, I'm not going to get something just to have something standing in the spot when it doesn't fit for the way I see it.
I thought Greg's question was, well, who do you think's going to put one out next?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody will ever put one out. I don't know. But like, I've given up on that idea of, well, this might be the only option we have. Like, for instance, if War Dog was the only Warpath that was ever going to come out, I'm still getting rid of him at this point.
Yeah. What was that company that put out the Cliff Jumper, that very first one?
Ace?
Yeah, what if Ace Toys put out one? That was super G1 accurate and fit in with your MPs, but might not hold together.
Yeah, I'm depending on the price and the look and everything. If it looked as accurate to what it was supposed to be as the Cliff Jumper did, I'd probably pass, because that Cliff Jumper never looked right to me. But I wouldn't be opposed to trying something from Ace if it was an original production and it was, I'd throw the dice on it.
I was just trying to think of the sorriest company.
I get where you're coming from. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like even like Wheeljack, right? Like if Wheeljack did an original take, like they did with this Omega Supreme, but it looked the part instead of what this Omega Supreme looks like, I would throw the dice on it.
What if Dr. Wu made one and it broke apart into enough weapons to arm the entire season 1, 2, and 3 cast? Would you buy it? If it looked G1?
Yeah, maybe. But I have a feeling it might be a little too panely, you know what I mean? With like just made up of 1,000 guns and swords.
I'm not talking to Justin, I'm talking to you.
But the really cool thing is it would come with its own extra set of weapons to tack onto it when it is combined.
And no box.
No box.
I remember they used to do boxes and people complained. So they stopped doing boxes to lower the cost and people complained.
Yeah. No box, they just put in a bag with a little cardboard slip that tells you what it is. Skylinks.
That's how I used to do my Chinese toys as a kid.
And it doesn't have any instructions for how to put the guns back together into Skylinks.
I'll bet Fans Toys is doing a Skylinks and they just haven't revealed it. It just seems like their cup of tea.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a lot more likely to see like a KFC or a Toyworld or a Zeta or a fucking whatever or Fans Toys or whomever take a stab at a Skylinks before we see them take a stab at a Metroplex.
Oh God, you know how I want to see that thing displayed.
Oh
God.
I think a Fans Toys and a DX9 would be likely given the success with the Mega.
Right.
Oh God, I want to see that thing in a fucking Detox.
But then, like...
I'm hard like a roll of quarters right now, Bobby.
How tall is Omega? Does anybody remember the official? I'm looking at him right now, but I don't have rule revision.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say
21.
I want to say it was between 20 and 22, somewhere in that ballpark. At the top of his head, I think, not the wings.
Yeah.
I saw this picture today, Robert. It made me think of you. It was so let me say this. I want to say two things. It was an impressive collection, but it was displayed in a series of Detox, and it probably could be displayed better for how nice of a collection it was. But if somebody had a fairly complete collection of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line from the late 80s.
Ooh.
But they're all on those like IKEA risers inside the Detox shelves. Like it's just chocked full of fucking turtles. And I was like, dude, you would love this.
Oh God. Oh my God. I don't know what to do. I've seen some people posting stuff recently, some really interesting glass display cases. You know?
Yeah, who just picked some up? Was it Cody?
Cody, yeah.
Yeah. God, they look nice, the ones that he picked up. Oh, I think they're going to be quite nice.
What's his name? Sam?
Yeah, Sam's Formers. That was great. Sam
was like, I fit in a Detox.
The fact that he was waving made it better somehow.
There's got to be other options out there, you know? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you got the money, the thing about the Detox is just how affordable it is for how nice it is. But, like, if you have the money, like, if you start looking into, like, the trophy cases and shit, like, that's nice stuff.
Well, how much is a trophy case?
I don't know the range, man. Like a
6 foot wide trophy case.
I'll go to Amazon right now and have a look-see.
While he's doing that, do you know who's Detox Games on point?
Who's that?
You ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are those Benicio del Toro?
Yeah, the collector.
Got that shit. Fucking, he's got I just blanked on his fucking name.
He had a Tobias Funke in there.
Yeah, that's who I was trying to think of. He had David Cross in one. He had Howard the Duck in one.
So, it looks like you can get any of them. Like the one that's like the size of a Detox is $144. So, pretty much twice the cost. But like the really nice ones, I mean, you're looking at one to 25, 1,000 to 2,500 easy.
When you say really nice, though, are they like 6 feet wide or something, or no?
This trophy case is 48 inches long, 72 inches tall, walnut base.
See, it's 6 feet tall. That's the thing. With the Detox, you got to get the thing on the bottom.
Right.
What are they getting? The cakey or the stucky?
The calyx or the
cookie?
Yeah.
The schnicky?
Snooky.
Like a fluky clucky. Put it under my Detox. Yeah.
See, if I was gonna get trophy cases,
and
I was gonna do a basement, I would get like faux cinder block all on my walls, and I'd get like a linoleum. Not linoleum, but like a tile put down on the floor, and I do everything up like a high school lobby, and I put all my stuff in those cases to show those motherfuckers back in high school like who the real nerd was.
Yeah, but you guys don't even have your trophies.
Have like lockers, have like a locker display on one side.
But and this one is currently unavailable. I wonder how much this price was. It doesn't even have a fucking price on it, but like
probably $5.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of them. They're fucking nice. Like they're beautiful, and like most of them come pre-lit and shit. Like
too legit, pre-lit and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're taller, they're wider,
they're drivers, they're flyers,
they're deeper, they're mopper.
So here's another one.
I mean, if you fill your room with Detox, you're spending a lot of money anyway.
Yeah, sure.
And then you're customizing your Detox. You're taking out shelves to fit in Constructor. There are people finagling the vertical sides and shit. I mean, after all that effort and money.
See, now here's one, but this this is a nice one I'm looking at. It's 48 inch. This can't be that. I think it's 48 inch wide, and it has 4 shelves, and then the bottom is like a cabinet. Like the bottom, I'd say 1.5 to 2 feet is a cabinet. And it's $450 or $475, with $275 shipping. So a little bit.
Whoa!
But like they look fucking nice though. I mean, and they're huge, most of them, and they do look more complete. I mean, like I 100% agree. So
Robert, actually, you know what? I just thought about something. If you customize your detolfs, you might actually save money. Because if you got one detolf, maybe 2, and you air sprayed all the glass black, and then you did like purple and blue accents around the trim, and then you said that was your complete shattered glass and black repaint collection.
That's kind of cool.
You don't really have to have anything in there. Like you could kind of.
You could just have shattered glass detolfs.
Yeah, you could probably actually save yourself some money.
It's not a bad idea though. If you painted the detolf then lit it, it would look pretty cool.
And paint it blue and like red with some silver, and be like, yeah, that's my complete Optimus Prime collection. Really just have a bunch of detolfs, and no one would really be any the wiser. Like,
oh, detolf. What
if you took 5-6 detolfs and stacked them all together and spray painted them purple and green? Be like, yeah, this is my Devastator collection. What if you just collected detolfs?
Oh, some people just do. They fill them with toys. They need something to do with them.
Have them, get them etched for detail?
Yeah, hit up Etchbox.
See, I'm liking what you're saying. I like the idea of, painting them, but not crappy. Not with poster paint and stuff, painting them nicely, etch them. That stuff's kind of cool. Because when they're cheap, on the cheaper end, hey, you can fuck around with them and play around, figure something out. I can imagine a painted detolf with lighting would look sick. On a Schlurgen, so it's high up.
No, I think painting them is a mistake. I'm just gonna go and say that right now.
In some areas, you can get cabinets like that on Craigslist and those things pretty easily. Like you catch a lot of people that are like, yeah, I'm gonna collect toys, and they buy their cabinet before they actually get into the toys, and then they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this anymore, and then they turn around and sell it for like $10 local pickup only.
I just pictured Sam's Former standing in the detolf with two cans of paint. Like, thanks a lot, Robert D.
I think
dumb idea,
the outside
Robert.
of the detolf, because that sounds like he's gonna fucking die. It's on the inside.
All right, next question.
Oh, here comes Printer.
Oh, P.S. And let's not get silly. I'm down for any future Fans Toys take on Skylinks, regardless of how big he is. That's my dream release right there. Next one from TJ. Is this the TJ?
No, it's the other TJ.
Oh, the other TJ. With TFCon Chicago quickly approaching, the state of Transformers conventions has been on my mind recently. It seems Hasbro is perfectly content to leave things be with no official event, the closest equivalent available being HasCon, which doesn't qualify in, I assume you meant my book. Are you okay with TFCon USA and Canada being the only game in town when it comes to large-scale TF conventions? TJ.
It must be North American conventions, because there's some pretty big ones in
Paraguay.
Oof. Well, there's a lot of them. Like even in America, we got TFCon, we have TF Expo,
Milkfest,
and then we have TF DairyCon, and then there's TF Nation in England,
NJCC,
NJCC.
Fest.
So there are a few that
ShardCon.
So this is
happened in years.
And this is I think it's hard. I think it's hard to get I think that the Transformers fandom is it's just not it's not big enough. It's not big enough to have multiple shows, and I think you could easily have another one. You know, I think you could easily have 2 a year, no problem. Like 2 big shows. But like, I mean, TF Expo could be a big show, but like everybody's like, I'm just, that's fine. I'm fine here. You know, DairyCon could be a big show, but it's just not, because I just think it takes a lot for the fandom to kind of get motivated to go somewhere. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of effort. I mean, even the smaller shows take a lot of work and a lot of effort, but
DairyCon seems to be like a labor of love. It doesn't seem to get a lot of traffic. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people go, but it doesn't seem to get like packed.
I think, like, if you look at like the shows that have like the only shows that really have like big shows all year round or quite often are fucking Comic-Cons.
You see, if TFCon did an East Coast and a West Coast, I think they could do 2 a year.
Yeah, I agree. I think TFCon could do. I think TFCon could do 2 a year, no problem. I don't even think they need to be split on coasts.
You can have a rivalry.
Well, be careful what you wish for, because then they'd be like, all right, we'll do TFCon Canada, that'll be our East Coast, and we'll do TFCon fucking Seattle, that'll be our West Coast. And it's like,
oh boy.
But like I think they could do 2 a year in the States. Let me be specific about that before people are like, they do 2 a year. Like I know.
Yeah, but what's the content going to be though? Because we're already complaining about the content with the Canada, because what do we care about from the convention? Like, what does everyone really care about?
Third party panel.
That's a big draw, but I mean, like, it's also the amount of vendors that they have that just sell Transformer toys. Like, it's unparalleled.
Yeah, but
and I mean, most people are there for the toys at the end of the day.
Yeah, but
and I mean, MMC can crank out another repaint for an exclusive, and that's covered. You know, like,
yeah, but
I forgot to tell this story. At the last TFCon, I had a very embarrassing moment. It was like a nerdly embarrassing moment. I'm with Scarlett, and we're walking down like Artist Alley, and there was a drawing of Ultra Magnus, like a stylized drawing. And I was like, oh, Scarlett, this is, and I brain farted. I was like, oh my God, I forgot his fucking name. And I kept saying Omega Supreme. I'm like, that's not Omega. Why am I saying that? And the guy's looking at me like, yeah, a lot of people confuse him with Omegas. I'm like, no, I know the name.
Noob.
I'm like, oh, I'm a noob.
I'm a noob.
I pretended to be Noob Dad at that moment. I wasn't like, do you know who I am? I'm probably Skullface, asshole.
Noob Detox.
Yeah, he's like, my daughter's the real G1 fan here. That's why we're here. Favorite episode is called The Primitives.
All right, and like, yeah, I would love for Hasbro to, like, I was hoping that Hasbro did a HasCon once a year, you know, because I would like to make it to one of those, but.
Would you?
Yeah, definitely.
You would? What would you do there?
Check out the Black Series stuff.
And then turn around and drive home, like, one-day trip.
Yeah. And
yours.
And the Marvel Legends stuff, you know, I'd be interested in that as well. So yeah, for sure. All right, next question.
Move it along. Scroll down. Who is this from? Let's see. Oh, no, I don't see it. TF! Okay, TF. Creeper. TF Creeper. Tyler Creeper. What is more annoying? People who post pics saying, look at my collection and everything is crowded in a Detox. Or people who post half-transformed figures saying, look, I found his third secret mode. Or bonus, the people who, react and go do the same thing themselves, trying to convince themselves that C-Dub Ultra Magnus has a secret jet mode, etc. Laugh, laugh, laugh face. Thanks and have a good week. TF Pervo.
I think they're both pretty fucking annoying, but I also think he forgot the third one. The guy that posts his podcast in 5 different fucking places in 2 seconds, and you get 16 notifications for all that. You know, did he forget that one?
Or reviewers.
Or reviewers that do it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I'm torn on it because, like, okay, like I think everybody in the community is a friend, a friendly or a nice a gentle acquaintance, if that is a term. I don't have any enemies, but it's certainly annoying when, let's say, come on, we all, like, I think when you look at the bell curve, Bobby, the bell curve, there's a bell curve here. When you look at a bell curve, most people are members of the same. Is it a bell curve, or Justin? What do you call that when you get three circles?
When you're talking about Transformers, it's a bell head.
No, wait. Justin, what do you call that? The three circles that intersect, and then what's in the middle?
Oh, Venn diagram.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you're so smart.
A Venn diagram. Okay, so you look at the Venn diagram. You have three circles, and let's just say three. Each circle represents a Facebook group. The most, that Venn diagram where it merges is most of the people, and they're all members of the same group. You do not need to post your review or your podcast in all of them, and I don't even know if we do. We might be guilty of this as well. I don't know.
We have. I don't think we do it anymore.
It's like, don't do it. You don't need to.
Yeah, I think you can kind of pick one central place to make your promotion post, and that kind of does it. Like, and if it's, I don't know,
make your own Facebook page is promoting it, and then maybe tag it in one place where a lot of your viewers are, and the word's going to spread. That's not how you spread the word, I don't think.
I agree.
All you're spreading is diabetes.
I agree, but I also feel the same. I mean, I get the other shit that he's talking about, like look at this fan mode, and I'm like, it's not a fan mode, it's a fucking boomerang, and it's just
he's making fun of a dude that posted a couple days ago, C-Dub Ultra Magnus, and he was like, I found a secret jet flying mode. It's just like a half transformed C-Dub Ultra Magnus. Even it was C-Dub. But
so yeah, I think that's like that's obnoxious.
I like seeing people posting shit in a DTOF. I laugh. It puts a smile on my face, especially when it's like Seekers or when there's a Devastator in there. Something that don't belong on a DTOF shelf. I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that the third mode is more annoying than the collection, because I generally like looking at people's collection picks. Now I do feel like sometimes the collection picks get, it becomes too much. But like in terms of like, here's an update. I added a Legends to my DTOF collection that I just sent you everybody to the groups last week. Like, give it some time to grow, buddy, and then show us again. We don't need to see the step by step of every purchase you got. Mm-hmm. But
I would like to ask you a question.
Okay.
When you see a newbie post like, this is my first masterpiece, and let's say it's not an actual masterpiece, or maybe it is, and then they ask for recommendations, do you feel an urge to contact them to make recommendations, or you're just like, trial by fire, bitch?
Well, so I don't really interact much on the groups at all. So like the only thing that I will do is if they send me something, like, because I've gotten that. I mean, I've gotten, like, I bought my first MP today, and it's a Combiner Wars figure, or you know what I mean? Like, I've gotten that.
Jinbao Warbitron.
Yeah, and I like, I feel like education is the best way. Like, you don't need to be a dick. We all started somewhere, but like, at the same time, if somebody tells you that the grass is blue and you don't correct it, and then they go tell somebody else that the grass is blue, like, you're almost as responsible as them at that point, I feel like.
That's how I feel when I see people posting like shit about like KOs, and they call it an MP, MP so-and-so by this company, and it's not Takara. And or whatnot, you know, and then you've got like people who are new to it, like, ooh, what figure is that? Where do I get it? That really grinds my gears. But I don't have to say anything because I know Ryan E is coming to the rescue every time.
Yeah, he's on it. He's on it.
Yeah,
he's like,
but he's always like, just wait for fans toys. I'm like, well, you got a point, but you kind of don't have a point at the same time.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, good.
I was gonna say, like, that's a problem that whenever someone adds me to a group that's like masterpiece collecting, blah 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 or whatever, like anything masterpiece centric, like I already know like 80% of the posts are gonna be people like, look at me, I get this KO for $90 and Takara blows. I'm like, you're not really an MB collector, are you then? Like, I get it. I understand the thought process behind it, but it's like...
I saw a post recently. Somebody was like, I forget what figure it was, but they're like, I got this KO MP and it's loose as shit. Anybody know how to fix it? And then people are just jumping all over them like, don't buy shit, moron!
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like that's ultimately not helpful, you know, like...
Don't buy garbage, stupid!
Yeah. Like, I think that, I think the Realm has a really good group. You know, most people are, I mean, they get off on their bullshit too, like every other group in the world, but I think that most people in there are fairly helpful and constructive about, you know, what they say and post and interact with. You know, I think I'd say more than, you know, the majority of the time, that's what it is. So I'm trying to think if any other Transformers group really stands out to me that way.
I like the cafe. In addition to ROC, I mean,
I like the cafe as well, but I like the cafe because of the shenanigans.
There's shenanigans, but at the same time, I don't ever really see it going overboard. I don't. I feel like it's controlled, and like
I feel like I've seen it go overboard before. But I mean, I'm okay with it. That's what I signed up for, you know. But I feel like
when was the last time you?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I think you can post something in the cafe and receive a lot of love, but also a lot of fuckery out of love. I don't really.
Yeah, no, I think the cafe is a good group. I
think what happens with the cafe is when someone's like, "Hey, I need some help here, guys." Blah 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 blah, and then they don't get the answer they want. They're like, "Where the fuck are you jumping all over me? I just wanted some fucking help." It's like, okay. I mean, that's any group though.
Yeah, I think like because you know, like a lot of times I'll see posts like that. Not to say I see it in the cafe, but just anywhere. And you know, they'll be like, "Hey, I'm new to this. I'm looking to buy this item and such. Like, you know, what's a good place to go?" And like people would be like, you know, like have all these like comments like, you know, like pennisland.com and shit, like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, we are on a wavelength. I've been trying to work Penn Island in for the last 30 seconds. Swear to God.
Yeah, you're my spirit. You're my
Penn Island's an actual site though, and it's not penises, right? It's an actual pen site.
No, this is a penis land too.
No.
You're my spirit animal, Robert D.
I ordered some pens from there, Robert.
Yeah, you're gonna be surprised it comes in the mail.
They're the best pens. The best pens.
Got the 12-inch chocolate pen.
It's gonna have better pens.
I got a pen with a vibrating tip. Can't wait.
Well, it's a good thing I had half my stock sent to you, so you could hand them to your clients.
I'm gonna use it, all right.
But I do feel like a lot of like another thing like I feel like people need to like when they post pictures of their collection is like there's like it's just like it's not like I get angry at them or I shit on them or whatever, but like when I see a collection and all the figures are posed shitty, like I'm like,
oh, you like TJ Duckett?
Does he have shitty poses?
Ooh,
it's a joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't imagine because he can pose the shit out of a figure.
I forgot who it was. Someone posted their legend stuff, and it was sick. It put me to shame, like, because I just have them standing around. Oh, like battles. Like, it was so cool looking.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen it too. But, like, I would, take a little pride in those poses. Like, when they're all just standing there looking like they were waiting for the bus to show up, that shit looks fucking dumb.
I'm tired of them all standing around, though. A stance. It's like, eh.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine if you want to do action stuff too, but just do something. If it's an A stance, make it an A stance. If it's a fucking action pose, make it an action pose. Cool, whatever you want to do. But don't have them standing there like you just literally took them out of the box and sat them on the fucking shelf. Like I've seen that numerous times.
What are you guys' thoughts of people who post photos of their toys in the outdoors?
I think it's a. So I think that it's more tricky than people think. I think there's a lot of people that take pictures of toys outside because they think it's a catch-all. Like they're like, okay, well you won't see my fucking Target bag in the background, so it's gonna look great. But like, you have to take scale into consideration when you do those photographs, because like it's obvious when it's like what the fuck planet is Starscream on where a brick is that big.
Or fucking throwing your Devastator in a pool.
like but I like, you know, I've seen a lot of people do stuff like sand works really well, mud and shit, like all that stuff works really well because
I hate sand.
It gets everywhere. Because like it's just it hides the scale better. But like when you have it like, you know, in a city, it looks like a toy sitting on a city street.
You know who does sick photos I've been loving is Kincaid.
I can believe that.
Oh, he did a really cool photo of Bumblebee coming up out of the floor with Wheeljack handing the rods. So cool. And he did the movie, you know, the movie poster shot. Crazy shit. So cool.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Like because he sells prints of that stuff too, where it's like Photoshop stuff of like the toy in images of the show and that kind of stuff.
Gravelly face. You got a frog in your throat, Bubby.
But like, I don't think that's the same type of thing that we're talking about.
No, I know.
Yeah, that stuff is cool though. Yeah.
I mean,
well,
look, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just speaking of outdoor photos, something that popped in my head. There were a couple of things. There's this trend on social media where like everyone was and I don't take pictures. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, you know, whatever. I'm not part of this, but everyone has started like elaborately watermarking and logoing their pictures. And they're not, most of the time, they're not that great at pictures.
Right.
And like for some reason that just kind of like, I don't know. I was thinking about that this morning. Like that's just, I don't want to be dismissive. I don't want to be rude, but like, I think you might want to wait until you get to that level before you start doing that kind of shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Like no one's gonna steal your picture with your fucking underwear and socks in the clothes basket in the background.
If they do steal your pic, you should be, you know, flattered. You know. Also, like sales posts. Like if I was gonna sell figures, I would photograph them really nicely. I would showcase.
I like that.
I would if I'm looking to sell any one of my figures, I would photograph it in the best light possible to sell it. You know, people are like, ooh, I want that. You know, I mean, I've seen figures posted for sale and they're just lying on a fucking bed or just standing there in front of their other shit. And you're not going to get the same, you're not going to necessarily catch as many fish with that lure.
I have the highest feedback in the cafe from selling, and I take pictures on the bed all the time.
Yeah, but you're different.
You're different.
You're like Dormammu.
Don't call me a fucking derogatory word for mental illness.
That's a compliment.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Justin's
AFK right now.
Oh, is he?
You'll check the podcast chat.
Azalea has my phone. That's the only way I got her the hell out of the room.
Oh.
Are your kids sleeping, Bobby?
They're in bed.
Damn, you lucky son of a bitch. Well,
yeah,
you're not
a reasonable time right now.
You're not going to be so lucky. Oh my God! You know, just forget it, Bobby. Just forget it. Relax.
Well,
just relax, please.
Relax.
I want you to have a good time, and I want to have a good time, and you just got to let it. You know, I'm going to try my best. It's not me. Just don't hate me. That's all. And don't hate my kids.
I'm not going to hate your kids. It's not your kids' fault.
It's my wife's fault. It's not my fault. It's not my kid's fault.
Until he mentioned his kids, that sounded strangely like unwanted touching.
Just don't. You know what? And you know what? You're not going to hate Lisa because you're going to love her for all the fucking shit talking she's going to do with you and the embarrassing stories she's going to reveal about me to you. So there will be money in the bank so you won't hate her so much for the kids being up so late. But just let it go.
No, look, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, as long as it's within reason. If they're like jumping on my bed and shit, I'm like, come on, man, get a grip on these motherfuckers.
No, that's me.
But like,
we're back then.
you know, I don't care, but I'm gonna make fun of you for it, of course.
Oh, yeah. Please do. Try to get as many embarrassing stories out of Lisa as you can.
I'm gonna film a lot of it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to put together a documentary.
Back to inappropriate touching.
You're gonna
like fucking watching ping pong right now.
You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night being spooned, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, Laura," and I'll be like, "It's me."
Dude, if I for a second think that Laura is you, or you are Laura, something has gone way different in the way that one of you lives your life.
You thick girl.
Actually, you know what? That would be funny if that happened, and then you're like, "Oh, Laura," and he's like, "I'm not wearing hockey pads." I don't know how that would factor in, but that would be.
Justin, do you have anything to add before we jump up out of here?
For which question? I'm sorry.
Anything. We're kind of past it all at this point.
I do not.
Do you wear hockey pads, Justin?
I do not.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Do you wear a hockey jersey, Justin?
Occasionally.
What team?
Flyers.
The Liars. My favorite team.
Yep.
Greg.
Yes, sir.
Who's your hockey team?
The Jackets.
The Jackets? Bobby loves hockey.
Blue Jackets.
I don't love any of that shit.
I have several Columbus Blue Jacket jerseys that I wear. I have actual team jerseys, like actual game
worn
jersey. They're not game worn, like the actual jerseys like that the team wears. I have 3 of those, and I have a couple of fan jerseys as well.
So Justin.
Yep.
We have a question from Tyler F for you.
Okay.
What's it like living in a state with no teams?
I don't know. It's fine. Because I get my teams from elsewhere, where I used to live. So, not really a big deal.
Oh, wait, we have one more question from Tyler F for Robert. What's it like being in a state with the best teams?
I don't like the Yankees, and I hate the Mets. The Jets suck. I'm a Giants fan. That's about it.
What about the Rangers? You like the Rangers?
No. They're fucking. It's bullshit. You're playing fucking ice hockey and MSG. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid. You're in the middle of Manhattan, you idiot.
What about MSG and your Chinese food? I mean, it's the best Chinese food in
I am not averse to MSG. It's not bad for you. It's not. MSG occurs naturally in several foods. It's one of the reasons you like pizza so much, because once you cook tomatoes down, it produces MSG.
Yeah, we actually use MSG all the time. It's
in
my spice rack.
It's not bad for you at all. It's not bad for you at all. Do you know why? You know why it was first presented as being bad? I did know, and I've forgotten.
A person who published that report was actually working on a very similar thing at the time, and he was trying to discredit the MSG that was developed before he could get his formula finished.
Yeah, I mean, it provides...
Just like vaccines, by the way. Just like vaccines, and saying that they cause autism, the person who commissioned that flawed study was actually working on an alternate vaccine at the time.
Just like Copernicus, who talked about the Earth being a globe.
Mm-hmm. Just like people shitting... Well, no. I don't want to keep going with this.
G.G. Allen?
Hey, he's a rapist.
Bobby's clearing his throat.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. I guess.
Yep. I think so.
He stopped chewing the ice. He's now clearing his throat. He's
Good night,
Bobby mouth sound.
I still don't even know what that is, but all right. It's like the right stuff. Oh, it is. The right stuff. That's what it is.
I thought it was Ghostbusters. Justin Busters.
Nope. All right. Good night.
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Edges Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerd Rage Radio, Wigs,
And my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse.
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now.
Shut up!